alchemy of $1 million product. So every product in India is already competing with 40 others on an aisle you never walked down. The question is not whether a product is good. The question is what a stranger's hand reaches for when her brain is tired. So 6 chapters, 1 thesis, a way of seeing products before you pick them, built out of 4 tests you can run this weekend without spending a rupee on ads. ठीक है, तो I'll be giving you मैं 4 टेस्ट दूंगा, ठीक है, जो actually जाके देख सकते हो, and hopefully that makes it click for you कि यार कैसे products choose करते हैं Indian dropshipping, ठीक है. So first example is the DMart aisle. You are not picking a product at your desk. You are picking a hand movement in a fluorescent lit aisle made by common man, common women, whatever, whose brain is tired. ठीक है. Here is an exercise that costs nothing and will teach you more about product picking than any other spreadsheets. Walk into a DMart near you on a Saturday evening, any day, whatever, not Sunday, Saturday around 7. कभी भी जा सकते हो, मतलब इतना specific होना जरूरी नहीं, but yeah, preferably उस वक्त जाओ जहाँ पे there is some crowd and people are actually shopping for it, which generally weekends, right? That is why I wrote Saturdays. Stand in any aisle for 10 minutes, watch the hands, not the faces, just the hands. Okay, you will see something that changes how you think about product picking forever. Very few people are reading the packaging. Very few people are comparing ingredients. Very few people are doing the rational, slow research purchase you imagine when you sit at your laptop picking a product. What they're actually doing is researching. Their hand goes out, grabs, drops in the trolley, and moves to the next aisle. The whole thing takes 3 seconds. 3 seconds. And that is the window you are playing for. In that 3 seconds, something decided for her or him which object on that shelf was the one her hand went to. It was not price, she did not check the price. It was not ingredients, she did not flip the packet. It was not the founder's story. She has never heard of the founder's name also. It doesn't matter. Was something much quieter. It was a recognition. Her hand said before her brain finished a sentence, this one looks like the one for me. Picking a product is not picking an object, it is picking a hand movement that happens before thought. You either earn that hand or you do not. Now go back to your laptop and look at the product you are about to launch next week. Ask the honest question. If the product was on the shelf at that DMart aisle, sitting next to 40 others in the same category, would a tired housewife's hand or a husband's hand, whatever, hand go to yours without her thinking about it? Not with your founder story, not with your Instagram grade or profile or whatever the fuck people do, right? Just a thing on the shelf in the fluorescent light in 3 seconds. Most Indian dropshippers never ask that question. And the product they picked is one that needed them to be there. Arms waving, spinning, justifying, discounting, running, retargeting for $1 million product does not need you to be there. It earns the brand, it earns the hands on its own. Okay? Pick any product you're running on ads on right now. You should do this, right? Imagine it on the DMart aisle next to 10 others in the same category. Now describe in one sentence why the hand goes to yours and not the other 10. If your sentence starts with because we have, because of founder, because of the quality, you have failed. Those sentences are all about you. The hand does not care about you. Start over until the sentence is about her, the person who is actually taking the product. Okay. Next up is the Kirana Uncle test. To get the fastest product research in India costs 20 rupees and happens at a Kirana counter at 7 in the evening. Okay, this is very, very interesting. I want you to do something. Walk into your neighborhood Kirana shop tonight. Not a supermarket, an actual like Kirane ki dukaan jo hoti hai wo, theek hai. The uncle behind the counter who knows you by face but not by name. Buy a Parle G. Stand there for a second and then, casual as if you are just making conversation, describe the product you are about to launch in one sentence. Not the pitch, just a real sentence. The way you would say it to your cousin. Now watch his face. Do not listen to the words, watch the face. The Kirana uncle is the single best product researcher in India and he does not even know it. He has spent 20 years watching thousands of real customers walk in and spend real money on real things. His face does 3 things. It lights up, it stays flat, or it does a tiny thing where the mouth presses together in polite disagreement. If it lights up, you have something. If it stays flat, you have a concept that does not yet have oxygen. And if it politely presses together, you already lost and he's just being nice because you have been buying biscuits from him since you were in school. Okay, so the uncle behind the Kirana counter has more accurate product instincts than any YouTube dropshipping guru that you see. Okay, his face has been trained by 20 years of real rupees walking in and out. Yours has been trained by Shopify blog posts. Here is the trick. The Kirana uncle is not smart about his product. He is smart about his customers. His customers are your customers. The same housewives, the same college kids, the same uncles who walk past the Kirana on the way from work. He has watched in silence what objects people reach for when they have 100 rupees in their pocket and a headache. He does not have a framework for this. He has pattern recognition earned over 2 decades of standing in one place. Okay, I hope you understand this. Very, very important. If you walk into 3 Kirana shops and 3 uncles' faces state that your product is dead, it does not matter what the YouTube guru said. It doesn't matter what the Facebook group said that 3 flat faces, the cheapest market research you'll ever pay for. How to read the face, okay? So bright eyes means I can already see who would buy this product. Flat face means I cannot picture a single customer of mine caring. Polite press means I can picture someone caring but only if they already did not need this. Memorize those 3 phases, you will see them again. Bonus version of this for the braver: walk into the kirana of your friend, pretend your friend is describing the product with the uncle, not you. Okay? Watch both of your faces at the same time. If friend gets excited describing it and the uncle does not, you have found a problem, not a product problem. You are in love with the thing that the market has already moved past. Okay? You can do this if you are actually running a brand. The camera roll. The last time you photographed a product in a shop, you told yourself it was random, it was not. That photo is the whole lecture. Okay, open your camera roll, scroll back 3 months, 6 months, a year. Do not skip. Look for every photo you took of an object in a shop, in a cafe, whatever. In a friend's house, on a shelf, whatever. The cute pack of tea you saw at Bandra Cafe, the frame of perfume look bottle at a duty free, whatever. The way the packaging of a Korean skincare brand set in a shelf light. The 380 agarbatti at a store in Goa that you wanted to remember. Whatever it could be, okay? You took those photos, you did not share them anywhere. They're just sitting in a roll. Now ask yourself the real question. Why did you take those photos? You're not planning to buy the thing. You did not tell anyone about the thing. You saw it, you stopped, and some part of your brain, without asking you, pulled out the phone and took a picture. That is the most valuable signal your brain has ever sent you, and you have been ignoring it your entire life. The reason you photographed it is the reason your customer would photograph yours. It was beautiful in a way that was unexplained. It was strange in a way that was new. It belonged in a category you thought you knew, but it looked like it came from a different planet. It told a story in its sillyhood that you could not put into words, but that your hand wanted to keep a copy of. That is $1 million product. $1 million product is a thing that strangers photograph in shops without knowing why and go home and forget about it until 3 weeks later they see it on Instagram and buy it because the photo of their brain is still in that. Scroll your camera roll for 10 minutes and find 3 photos of objects in shops. Ask yourself why the answer in 3 sentences. Don't edit. Those sentences are brief for your next product. Here is what most Indian dropshippers do instead. They scroll AliExpress, they scroll this or Instagram or whatever the hell, TikTok, right? They sell the trend. They scroll some dropshipping subreddit, they pick the thing with the highest orders and the lowest shipping time. They will ask themselves whether they would have photographed it in a shop or not regretted buying it. They would not have. Nobody would have. That is why the product is cheap. Nobody photographs cheap things. Photographs are the currency of desire in a product. Either also photograph or it is just logistics with the price tag. You're not selling a product, you are selling a photograph a stranger takes in a shop when nobody is watching. If you have noticed, why does everyone photograph their MacBook when they get one? Why does anyone photograph their iPhone when they get one? Why is that? Okay, think about it. The story already running. Your customer has been telling herself a story for 6 months before she saw your ad. Your job is to not write the story, your job is to name it. Here is the part that most product picking courses will never tell you because it sounds too simple. Every customer in India is already in the middle of a story about herself when your ad appears on a phone. She did not start the story, she cannot stop the story. The story has been running quietly in the back of her head for 6 months. It is a story about the version of what she is becoming. It is a story about her hair, about her skin, about how she sleeps, about the way her back has started hurting, about a quiet embarrassment she carries into every Sangeet where she has to introduce herself, about the weight that keeps creeping on, and about the fact that her mother is getting older and she has not been sleeping well because of it. She is the protagonist of that story. She has been the protagonist for months. You did not start the story. Your product did not start the story. The story started on its own in the moment she was alone and has been running on loop. Your product either walks into that running story and fits inside it like a key in a lock, or it does not. That is the whole thing. That is product picking. You're not inventing a story for her. You're figuring out which story is already running and whether your product is a character in it. You're not writing a story, you are naming one that has been quietly running in a stranger's head for 6 months on its own without your permission. $1 million product is a character in a story she was already telling herself. This is why Indian dropshippers who are constantly looking for the next winning product never find one. They're looking at objects. They should be looking at stories. Walk through a crowded evening market in any Indian city and ask yourself, what is the story running in the head of every person walking past? The working woman trying to look professional for a boss who notices things. The college student who got rejected and is now quietly trying to become the version himself the girl would not have rejected. The new mother whose stomach has not felt like hers in a year. The bachelor whose mother keeps sending photos. The newly married woman whose mother-in-law is ranking her. The father who has started feeling tired in a way he's trying to hide. Each of those people is carrying a story. Each of those running stories has a shape. Each shape has a hole in that a very specific product would fit into. Your job as a product picker is to start noticing the holes. Not the objects, not the suppliers, not the margins, the holes. When you see the hole, you can reverse engineer the product. When you only see the product, you will spend your life picking winners of a marketplace that everyone else is from and wondering why nothing feels right. And you will have a 100% hit rate. Pick any product you were considering. Then in one paragraph, write the running story your customer has been telling herself for 6 months that makes the product a character in it. If you cannot write the paragraph in 2 minutes without overthinking it, there is no story. The product is not dead, but it is orphaned. It has no story to walk into. Most dropshipping stores are full of orphaned products. You need to understand this, okay? Then the honest close. Okay. So if any of these things clicked with you, which I hope you did because you watched till here, right? So I run this, whatever you learned here was it was extract from my one-to-one coaching program. Like this was completely different. It's not that, I just stripped off whatever the value is there in the one-to-one coaching business, because that's not fair to the one who's actually paying for it, and it's not even fair to you, right? So this was built on the same philosophies, but I have given completely unique and different examples. Okay, so if anything clicked with you and you feel like you have been tired, watching those one-to-one dropshipping videos or whatever the fuck people do, right, and you need help, then I have one offer for you, and that is a 3 months one-to-one coaching program. And it'll be just me, you, and we'll be teaching you things that you need to learn, right? You'll have some recordings and you'll get 12 calls with me, and we'll set out a goal before you even start, right? Depending on your budget and your baseline skills. And we'll work for 3 months. You'll get 12 calls, 1-to-1, 1 hour with me, right? Each, or we can, divide it as per your wish. We can do 30 minutes to whatever. And the best thing is, if you don't hit the goal we set out for you, we keep working for free till you do. Okay, and as I said, this is not for people who are not ready to put in the effort, and I am very selective with the one I work with, right? So if there's something that interests you and you want to actually get results and change your life, then there is the link in the description. You can apply, and if you qualify for it, then I'll reach out to you. My manager will reach out to you, and we can schedule a call to see if we can actually start working together. And since you have watched till here, I also want to give you an extra added bonus for it. One final thing before I let you go. This one is a small promise you make to yourself on the way home from this video. Here's the promise. The next time you are in any shop, DMart, a Blinkit delivery bag, a Kirana, whatever, lifestyle channel, whatever, you're going to stop for exactly 30 seconds. No phone, no agenda. You're going to look the product around you, not as a customer, but as a person whose job is to see stories. And you're going to ask yourself one question: which of these objects on the shelf right now is a character in a story a teenager in the city is already telling herself? Most of them will not be. Most of them will just be objects, logistics with a price tag. That is fine, that is normal, but 1 or 2 of them will be up a little in your head. You will not be able to say why. It will just feel like the shelf was holding something with a heartbeat while everything else around it was stopped. That is the signal, that is the lie. In plain language, without a framework, without a model, without a tool set, without a commandment list. You will not find it on the Express, you will not find it on any product research tool or meta ad library or anything like that. You will not find it on Sell the Trend or anything that you use, name, just replaces any other product research tool. You will find it at 7 in the evening in an aisle at a local DMart while a tired housewife is reaching for something with a tiny smile, and you're the only person in the shop who noticed. $1 million product is a heartbeat on a shelf. Learn to hear it and you will never run out of products again. Go walk the aisle and the shelf is waiting for you. So that's it, and I hope you liked it. If you got some value, as I said, you can join the one-to-one coaching if you qualify for it. You can apply for that and you can change your life. And yeah, that's about it. I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for watching. Bye.